Yen Audio presents Spice and Wolf, Volume 6, written by Isuna Hasekura, translated by Paul Starr, cover art by Jiu Ayakura, read by J. Michael Tatum and Brina Palencia. Prologue. Holo's strides were long and quick. She walked as though she meant to punch holes in the cobblestones with her heels, and although Lawrence usually found himself slowing his walking pace to let her keep up, suddenly the tables were turned. The town was still chaotic. The clamor of the waves of humanity was violent as they crossed the harbor. Lawrence found himself pulled toward the water's edge by Holo as she took his hand and led the way. From outside, it might well have looked as though a kind-hearted nun was pulling along a haggard traveling merchant in an effort to protect him. But in reality, there was nothing kind-hearted about her. After all, just a short time ago, she had struck a forceful blow to the already swelled-up right side of his head. "Come, can you not walk a bit faster?" Holo showed not a shred of kindness now, pulling hard on his hand, and scolding him roundly if he slowed even a little. Her expression sharp, as though she had been about to eat some honey-drizzled raspberry tarts, but had dropped them on the floor. But Lawrence said nothing. That her expression did not seem to accuse him made her actions difficult to criticize. Lawrence was well aware of the fact that she was angry at herself. That said, here in the town of Lenos, he had worked up a scheme to sell furs with Eve that had put his life on the line and even wound up injuring him, only to then have a dizzyingly difficult exchange with Holo. A bit of a rest would have been nice. "Can we walk a bit slower? Just for a little while." It wasn't as though Lawrence had lost a significant amount of blood, but the earlier scuffle involving knives and cleavers had left him more than usually tired. His feet were leaden, and his arms felt like those of a wood-carved mannequin. And in any case, hurrying was pointless. Lawrence tried to convince Holo of as much, but she looked back at him with a glare as hot as boiling oil. "Walk! Walk, you say? So did you walk when you came to meet me then?" The town of Lenos was on the edge.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?